Virgo, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, life, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the week ahead has in store for you. So for your third week of February in your monthly reading, your key to the week is the Fool card. New things, new places, new people, new energy, new stimuli. Whenever you see the Fool card, this is about a fated moment that is about to enter your life in some way, shape or form. As I said in one of the other videos today for this week, you can't really predict the Fool card. I mean, you know, when it relies on the cards that are surrounding it, it's the same with the Tower. You can't really pin it down. You can get close, you can give it sort of a name, you can kind of get in the general area, but you can never really give specifics, because whenever you see the Fool card, it is destiny. It's that flash of moment. It's the finger of fate or the hand of fate kind of bloop, touching your life in some way, shape or form. So let's have a look, see at your actions and your path ahead. You've got the Chariot card. So there is some sort of surprise victory taking place here. So it looks like for a lot of you, there's been something that you've been working on behind the scenes, something that you have been keeping to yourself, that you've patiently and diligently worked on. You know, you've done whatever you could to give yourself the best chance of success. Well, the Chariot card is all about success, but it's also about winning. For some of you, there's been a silent battle that you've been fighting behind the scenes, one that you haven't talked to pretty much about anybody. So anyone that's not in your inner sanctum, your immediate family, your partner, your children, anybody that's kind of outside of, your own personal tribe wouldn't really know about this. This is the week where you finally get some good news. This is that moment where it all kind of, where it's all made worth it. So for excuse me, for some of you, this is about what you've been doing behind the scenes. This is about it really starting to take shape, it really starting to take form. This is a very big personal victory, right? And here with the Fool card, it may have been something that you never thought would swing in your favor at all. But here with the Chariot card, it's kind of saying, yeah, you know what, you've got it. For those of you where it is a battle or something that you've been dealing with that nobody really knows about you or knows behind the scenes, this is where you hear those words, you're all clear, you're okay, it's going to be fine, it swings in your favor. All good things come to those who wait, and all things that are dealt with silently and alone are blessed by the universe. I truly believe that. And I'll give you an example. When I was 19, I spent Christmas alone, and I don't celebrate Christmas anymore, not so much. But I remember that one because it was one that I spent on my own. It was a really, really challenging time for me to be so isolated and lonely. And in that, I felt this amazing connection to the universe that kind of said, you know what, you may feel like you're alone, but you're not actually alone. And from that, from that December onwards, things really upswung for me. And it was because I held space for myself and I did what needed to be done in order to get to where it is that I wanted to be. And I really feel like the blessings came from that ability to just be, experience the lonely path or the lonely battle in some way, shape or form. Your communications and conversations, you have the Two of Wands. Virgo, you guys are on fire this week. So much luck, so much abundance, right? Your Two of Wands, affluent situations, affluent people, choosing your future over your past, knowing where you're going as opposed to where you've been. You are rubbing shoulders this week with somebody that could really help you get ahead, somebody that could really fire things up for you. There's a connection being forged this week, and I wouldn't say it's actually being forged this week. I kind of feel like the connection is already there. It just starts to yield results this week. This is where you're going to start to see how this can really play out for you on a really good, on a really good level. The fact that it is the Two of Wands, right? Two of Wands is communications, collaborations, but of a very affluent, nothing to prove sort of nature. This could come out of the blue. It looks like there could be an offer of some sort, whether you have known this person or the connection is already there. It looks like it goes from good to better, from better to, to brilliant. And I mean, if you look at the two horses there on the chariot, you've got the symmetry, and then you've got the Two of Wands here. There's definitely something coming more into alignment for you, and it's in large part because of all the hard work that you've done. This is a really great week for you guys so far, and I'm loving it. So your money and materials. Look at that. You got the Fool card, right? So double hit of this fated big moment energy. Take nothing for granted this week. Pay attention, be alert to everything and anyone. Even the small conversations, even the small decisions that you make. One day there's a story that I want to tell about my life. But it's not time, and I don't have time for this video, but sometimes it's only in hindsight that you see how truly big a moment was. And I feel like this, I don't know, look at my face, right? And there's something this week that is going to take place for you that is going to completely set you on a different path. It's one that you're not expecting. It's one that you might not even realize, right? This is why I'm saying pay attention, be present for everything. If you're invited to something, go along. If somebody says they want to speak to you, have the conversation. This is a week to be open to everything and anything, because you never know which one of those things is going to be the one that takes you to the place that you've always wanted to be. There's a big fated moment happening for you this week. And when I say it's a big fated moment, very often they don't come with whistles and bells. They just come and they silently pass out of, and then, a year, 5, sometimes 10 years later, you kind of like, wow, you know what? That was a really big moment. This is a wonderful, right? You've got the Fool card underneath the chariot, you've got the Fool card touching the chariot, and they're all linked to that Two of Wands. This could be a very, very great week for you, possibly a very lucrative week for you as well. Just pay attention to the opportunities that are arising for you, and be present as best you can. For your love and relations, you've got the Strength card. For those of you that are single, it looks like you are meeting somebody this week. This person is very, very kind, very warm, very generous, but they're also very well established. They don't need anything from anyone. If anything, the reason they like you is because you're of that same nature. You don't need anything, but they want to be in your life. Whoever this person is, they're going to absolutely blow your socks off with how much they know, but also with how humble they truly are. And the reason I say that is I get the sense that this person is actually very wealthy, or very well established, maybe a business owner, maybe very well known in their field, possibly some sort of local yokel celebrity, something like that. But this person is a very humble soul at heart, right? Which is lovely, and they really take a shining to you. For those of you that are partnered, your finances and your partner's finances are about to go through a very big upswing. I'm seeing possibly either a contract that you didn't realize was coming, or maybe an opportunity for more work or different work that comes through that ends up being very lucrative for both of you. I do have to say, if it's not some form of big travel that's coming up, there may very well be a move on the horizon for you. You could hear or feel echoes or whispers of this week. Until the time is right, pay it no mind. Just know that it's a possibility. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up, because I'm like, damn, this is some juice. All right, have a fantastic week. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.